again. Obviously. We're going to talk about your core synergy, what your connection is. So loads of people just think, hey, let's do abs. We spoke about last time about what really your abdominal muscles, which muscles we need to work to reduce your mummy tummy. Most people go, oh, abs, let's sort your six-pack out. You know, superficial. We're not working those. We're working the ones behind it, the deeper ones. With those stronger internally, externally as it goes, strong from the inside out, as I say. So to find your core connection, to find these muscles we need to work, we are literally going back to basics. Now, you've heard me talk about your core. So your core is your pelvic floor at the bottom, you've got diaphragm at the top, you know, that thing that helps you breathe every day. You've got your tummy and your back. Now, quite often you can have back pain, lower back pain, especially if you haven't got the strength, pelvic floor and your tummy. I mean, you know, you'd be dead if your diaphragm wasn't working. But using that optimally can then help to incorporate the breath into what we're doing, which is what we do. Breathing creates pressure in your stomach, in your tummy area. When you do the deep breathing, as many people do the deep belly breath, well, think about where the pressure is going. You are pushing it onto a weak abdominal area. That's not helping. If you are then breathing in, massive chest movements, shoulder movements, if you're doing all of these excessive movements, you are not optimally using your lungs and your diaphragm. It's there to support you literally in life. You know, your core, let's use it. It knows what it's doing. We just have to remember what it needs to do for it to function optimally. So do your breath. So you're breathing into your ribs rather than into your belly and shoulders. You're breathing into your ribs. So feel the expansion in there. Now then, if you look at your tummy as you do this, you will not see excessive movement in your belly in and out. That's great. Your diaphragm is working optimally using your lungs and your rib cage, which is how you're meant to breathe, rather than in your belly or big sort of shoulder breath. Difference for different times and different things, but general day-to-day life, this is how we need to be breathing. Also, your sit bones, you learn when you're doing sessions with me, your sit bones, if you are on your sit bones, whether you're sitting or standing, you can get yourself into your optimal pelvic, your neutral position. Here, you are unable to slouch, which means tilting your pelvis. You've seen my other videos on this, rounding your back and your shoulders. But sitting or finding your neutral pelvis, which is if you're sitting, it's on your sit bones, standing, you can find it as well. You will feel a tension change in your pelvic floor because you've just turned it on, basically. You've then got your connections firing up down your front and your back. If this is all working, your diaphragm will be there to add the breath into it, the breathing into the ribs, so you're not excessive belly movements when you're breathing. Doing all of this, you will notice the differences and changes. In daily life, if you're inhaling through your ribs and exhaling, you will not find the belly bulging in and out, which is just great anyway. It's instant tummy tuck, isn't it? Without the slouch going on, rounding your shoulders down and going into your belly as you've seen on previous videos. Getting this core connection means you can then actually have a better looking tummy, a better functioning core. Yes, woohoo, great, function before fitness. But to get a better functioning core, you will get better fitness because you're learning stuff from back to basics, which is what 3R is all about. We teach you the basic stuff because we've all forgotten in the society and life that we live in. We need to do things now. We do, oh no, come on, she's got to get there. It's not going to do anything. You need to work on getting your function back. So getting your core going back how it should be doing again with the breath, doing all of this to get your connections going again. That is massive to what we need to do. And you can do this every day. See you later.